Hello again, thanks for tuning in to have a look at some more of my coloured vinyl bootleg records. I've got a few nice titles to show you today, some BOWIEs and a few other bits and pieces. Just before we do that, people have told me I ought to be asking you to subscribe and click on something called notification bell. I don't know what that is, but I'm not going to go down the route of trying to do that. Happy to carry on in our nice little club. Obviously any new subscribers are always welcome, but it's entirely your choice. This kind of thing is going to be absolutely dead boring to anybody who's not completely engaged by the subject, so we'll leave it at that. But obviously if you want to subscribe, if you haven't seen any of these before, then obviously you're welcome to do so, but beyond that we're okay as we are, thank you very much. So just to have a look what's on the back. These are 3 BOWIE titles that came out on the Casino label in the last couple of years. I sold quite a lot of my Casino stuff because they tend to be sort of single coloured vinyls, but these are splatters, so that's really why I kept these. And there's so much BOWIE stuff out there now, you can get most of the shows quite cheaply in semi-official and indeed official releases. So what we've got is Manhattan Man, which is New York 2002 film festival, and also some TV stuff. They're just single albums, these. Gasping for My Resurrection is live from Paris 97, and also some stuff from Munich 97, so it's live tracks, quite nice. And King of the Net is Net Aid, which was Wembley Stadium the 99, and also some studio sessions from that year. On my right, lovely Kate Bush. I had a lot of Kate Bush bootlegs which all got sold because none of them were multicoloured vinyls. I had a couple of coloured vinyls and the rest were black. So whilst I love Kate to bits, they all had to go. But there's a label called Original Stamper Series, which we may talk about later down the line. This is one of theirs. It's a box set, 2 LP with Kathy's home demos on. It's, they're quite cheaply made, it's just a piece of paper and a box, but the pressings are nice. They're splatter vinyls, so I reserve judgment on them really. They're very recent pressings, quite a recent label. But to be fair to them, you can get pretty much all of the stuff on this Godfather release, which came out again 2 or 3 years ago. Interestingly, this doesn't include Moving, which is on there from the 75 sessions she did with Gilmore. But there are 2 tracks. Well, there's a track on here, I think it's Babushka, which isn't on there, it isn't listed. And I think Casca from Baghdad is duplicated on the box. But other than that, it's they're genuine, and it's I did do a play test just to see what the pressings on that label were like. Really good. Only 100 made of the boxes, so nice form to get the home demos in. Okay, so I'm going to have a look at a few BOWIEs. So the first one is called So Turned On. This is the Finsbury Park, London Rainbow Theatre show from August 72. Audience recording, average, probably just below average audience recording, but certainly listenable, and it's just done in a nice sort of old school style with an insert with using the contraband music labels and logos on these, and a sticker there. Says splatter vinyl number 65 of 102 of these made, and on the back, printed on the cover, is the cartoon that was on some of the original CBM releases in the early 70s. So yeah, they're quite nice. Pressings are quite heavy, say 180 grams, and that's the sort of splatter that you get on these. Again, you've got CBM labels. That's the first one. That's the second one. I think with these you need to be careful because they do issue the same show in different guises. So that's called So Turned On. I think they've issued the same thing under a different title. Same show, same pressing effectively. So the next one's called Back in a Strange Young Town. Again, the CBM logo and sticker. This is Wembley Empire Pool, May 76. Poor audience recording, unfortunately. Number 44 of 105. So this is a single LP, so this is the first half of the show. It's really nice splatter. On this sort of yellowish clear disc, beautiful white, red, green, yellow splatter. So that's part one, if you like, called Back in a Strange Young Town. So part two is called Dukes on Empire. So again, this is number 44 of 105 made. This has got a nice CBM logo on the label. And lovely splatter. They're very attractive for collectors of coloured vinyl. Obviously important period for Bowie, but I'm sure the recordings are available in better quality. So that's Dukes on Empire, and they've all got that cartoon design printed on the back. Okay, so the next one is Rolling Stones, Palalido, Milan, Italy, 1967. as I said when this was on the back on an early video, this is going to be one of the most beautifully designed bootleg LP covers. It's lovely printed design. I don't know whether this is from a poster at the time, but it's on Spectre Productions, who usually do sort of minimal covers. It's got a numbered stamp there, just says 133. I usually only do a couple of hundred copies, but this being a deluxe cover, may well be more than that. I've actually got side A and side B worked into the design on the back, so it may be something they put together for the album. But very aesthetically pleasing, and the disc is no less so. That lovely white, green, red, multicolour really splatter on a black disc. Printed labels. It actually says it's Doberman, sorry, not Doberman, Great Dane Records, which of course Great Dane was a classic Italian CD label. I'm sure they're all related to each other in some way. So yeah, gorgeous item, fantastic cover, and certainly be a very limited title. Can't tell you what the sound quality is like, I'm afraid, 'cause I've never played it. Okay, and then another Stones one, One Day in June 1982. This is Wembley Stadium, 26th June 82. This is a single album. Soundboard recording. Fairly basic presentation. It's really nice black splatter on translucent red. Plain black labels. So very anonymous record. But this is what happened in the 80s. These things just kept being churned out. So, really attractive, that. Okay, now there's I've got a Bob Dylan title called He's Your Lover Now. Don't think I've shown you this on one of my previous videos. It'll have been on one of my earlier ones. It's outtakes from, sorry, it's tour rehearsals from 1965 with 2 tracks from Edinburgh 1966. Nice laminated sleeve. Going out the 80s. This has got the Bob labels. And it's really nice dark green, deep green with dark red and black splatter. nice. Almost luminous green. Okay, and then to finish off this one, the alternative Sgt Pepper. It's quite an unusual version, which I haven't seen before or since, to be honest, but I'm not sure what year this came out. Oh, sorry, 2017, whether that's right or not I don't know. 4 LP, all in a single sleeve, and it's obviously outtakes and different versions of the studio tracks. Over 4 LPs, so you've got quite a few bonus tracks. Everywhere It's Christmas, from the Christmas single they put out at the same time. Excerpts of the Family Way soundtrack. All You Need Is Love, but It's All Too Much. So there's different versions. You've got the Strawberry Fields and Penny Lane tracks on there as well. Number of versions. All the Sgt Pepper tracks are included. Very heavy item, 4 LPs. So first one is sort of, pale green, if you like, mustard green, and a bit of marbling just mottled into it. Printed labels. I think they're all different colours. I think they're mostly single colour, if I remember rightly. Well, that's dark marble. It's like a grey with black and white marbling on it. I used to have the Swinging Pig, did a version of this, but it was only a double. I think I sold that before I got this one, so I couldn't compare the two. Next one's a really nice deep orangey pink, whatever you want to call that. Again, there's some very faint marbling in it. I think if you're gonna do plainish colours, then vary the colours from disc to disc. And the last one's quite a nice marble on a sort of caramel colour. So yeah, that's really nice. Got some orange, little flecks of yellow and green. Really nice that. So yeah, collector's version of the Sgt Pepper album, pretty essential. Nice format. Wasn't particularly expensive, so I don't suppose it's very limited, but yeah, that's that. So that's all for this time. Hope you've enjoyed those few. I think what we'll start doing soon is digging out some of the Floyd Uninvited Mole and Top Hat stuff. Rather than do them in batches in order, I'll just mix them up, I think, with other stuff. So hopefully that'll be something you'll enjoy. And there are new things coming in at the moment, so there will be some new release stuff to show you as well. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching.